Hey everyone, my name is Caitlin and I will be one of your teachers for today. And in today's lesson we are going to discuss the benefits of a healthy marriage. First off, does anyone know what they think a healthy marriage should consist of?
Communication.
That's one. Do you have any?
I think being the one of them.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Really the main point of a healthy marriage is where they have low conflict. And realize that these benefits can only happen if you have a healthy marriage. And there are two characteristics of a healthy marriage, which are they're mutually enriching and they both have respect for each other. So if you don't have either of those two, then we'll work on that towards this class. I do have two sheets for y'all, and basically they're just rate your knowledge about a healthy marriage. It's a true/false, so it shouldn't take too long. And Emma is going to come up here and get ready to discuss more statistics, more information for a healthy marriage for y'all.
Okay, guys, my name is Emma, and I'm going to talk to you about the benefits of a healthy marriage. First off, the main theme is that a healthy marriage is really good for your stress levels. The researchers at the Mayo Clinic outline the relationship between physical health and a healthy marriage. So, married women, first of all, have 20%, they're 20% less likely than single women to die from heart disease, cirrhosis of the liver, and suicide. And then married men have even more benefits, so they're 2 to 3 times less likely to die of these causes. Married people are also less likely to be victims of sexual assault and domestic violence and other violent crimes. So another benefit of, emotionally and mentally of a happy marriage is happiness. So the happiness of married people is much greater than unmarried people, and that's true across the lifespan, but that's only true for a healthy marriage. Those same benefits don't come through an unhealthy marriage. So why do married people experience these benefits? It's really not clear. It's possibly from living together. When people live together, they're mutually supportive and they kind of keep tabs on the other person, make sure they're doing healthy behaviors. Another one is financial stability. It's when people have more resources, which is true of married people, they have less stress and then greater health. Another thing is social support. When people get married, they have 2 really strong networks of support that come together and they support each other. And then another one is stress management. And then we know that stress is bad for our health. So married couples, their benefits come when they work as a team to manage their stress levels. So how does a healthy marriage help reduce stress? So first off, financial stability. So when you pool your income, your resources increase and then your health increases also. Then secondly, a large social network, which decreases depression and that decreases rates for suicide. Another one is improved health behaviors. So you generally make better choices when you're married than when you're single. And that could be because you feel responsible for the other person, or you also want to, your spouse reminds you of the healthy behaviors that you should be participating in. So now that we've talked about the benefits of a healthy marriage, one negative aspect of marriage on health is increased rates of obesity. So this is true especially for married men. People get comfortable and they aren't as concerned with their physical appearance and health, and so rates of obesity go up, which is also true when you're happy and your wife's cooking you a good meal. Unmarried couples cohabitating, although, do not experience the same health benefits of people that are actually married. Researchers think this is because of an actual legal vow that means something in terms of social support. So without that vow, you may not have the same social support cohabitating with your partner, and that could actually decrease social networks. Unhealthy marriages have negative consequences, which could be in terms of like emotional well-being. So they have increased rates of depression, which leads to stress, and we know that stress is bad for your health, and then also that you have a decreased immune system. So overall, how do you think you did on your quiz?
I think I did well.
You think you did well? Okay. What can you answer? What do we mean by a healthy marriage?
What do you mean by a healthy marriage?
Here,
Okay.
sorry, I
They're mutually enriching.
yes.
They have mutual respect. Less likely to die of stress-related illness.
Yeah. So that's a
and,
benefit.
Their immune systems go up and their depression rates go down.
Right. So those are all benefits of a healthy marriage. Great job.
Hello everyone, I'm Jaleesa and we'll be talking about what actually makes up a healthy marriage as what Emma was just talking about in our last section of class. We all think that having a healthy marriage and making it last long is the best thing, right? So, but whenever we do discuss about what a healthy marriage is, there's some issues about it because some people view it from an emotional standpoint and some people view it from a financial standpoint. However, there is a marriage researcher named John Gottman who has done many surveys and research on couples and has said what actually makes for a healthy marriage. He believes that whenever marriages do come into conflict, because it's going to happen eventually, everybody's going to live the fairy tale forever after. And he says whenever we do have conflict, that it's important for us to balance the negative actions of words with positive actions of words. And he's termed this this concept as the 5-to-1 rule. And here we're going to go ahead and demonstrate what exactly the 5-to-1 rule is. Here we have yellow and some jars, which represent the 5 positives. And then we have a red and 1 jar representing the negative. If I can get one of y'all to tell me 1 negative about your partner. It can be a word or action, anything that they do.
Hot temper.
Yeah, hot temper. Alright. So that's going to be our negative. And then we're going to create 5 positives for this hot temper that your partner seems to have. So what do you like about your partner that's positive? Funny. Okay. Anything else?
Respect. Mutual respect.
Genuine.
Two more. Like, does your partner work? Does he contribute to your financial stability?
Yeah.
Can you think of one more?
Action.
Action. Alright. As you can see, it's not that easy So whenever you are going into a conflict, you want to think of mostly the positives instead of that one negative that kind of set you off the grain. And John Gottman thinks that whenever you do this, that this will then allow you to calm yourself down, to actually listen to your partner whenever he or she is talking, and to actually be able to not take things so personally whenever the other person is coming at you. So he also thinks that having your marriage based off of friendship is a protective factor against these conflicts that you'll have. Because if you have a strong friendship, you guys will understand each other better and will have a more respect for each other rather than just going off the grain and taking everything to heart. And his research has also proven that in the strongest marriages, the partners seem to support each other through their hopes and dreams, and also seems to build a sense of purpose together. And and so, all in all, it's not all about compatibility when it comes to marriages. It's about learning to respect the other person and to figure out why you actually got married in the first place. Like, if you think of all the positives, that one negative will seem so minute that it won't be such a huge conflict. Okay, now we're going to actually fill up the jars with our one negative and our one positive. We're going to have Jeff here do our negative, which we said was he or she has a hot temper. So Jeff, go ahead and fill that one up with red.
Red for the hot temper.
Alright, and then we also named 5 positives, which was funny, mutual respect, financial stability, genuine, and compassionate. And here we're going to fill up 5 of our jars with the yellow sand to represent those positives. That's going to outweigh that one negative. Alright, so the takeaway with this is that whenever you do get in a conflict, we're going to think about these jars here. We want to see more of the yellows and the reds. We want to see more of the sunshines in our lives rather than the temper that we focus on in our arguments usually. And whenever you are in a conflict, just think about that. And according to John Gottman, that will help you have a stable, long-lasting marriage. And now we're going to have Jeff come up.
Hey everybody, y'all have a good week?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm here to wrap it up, and I'm going to go over what we learned today. I'll erase one of those because it's one of the answers. Alright, who can give me some fun facts that we learned today? Anyone?
Healthy marriage has no conflict.
For every negative interaction, there should be 5 positives.
Anyone else?
Having a healthy marriage influences your mental and physical health.
All right, those are good. Some other things we learned are also that married men are 2 to 3 times less likely to die from stress-related illnesses, suicide, and cirrhosis of the liver. The benefits: there's a larger social network. So if you have a problem, you can go to. There's more people to go to speak with about what's going on in your as well as a larger family context to help you out there as well. If you're a dual earning family, that's more income coming into the pool to help relieve the financial stress. And married people just tend to improve healthy behaviors, although that obviously hasn't worked for me. I'm the lazy one. So in closing, we learned a great deal about the effects of the marriage, and we're going to do a little form called Taking Steps Towards a Healthy Marriage. So if you guys could just look over that, and we'll try to answer some. I don't want you to get too personal. So I don't want you to, be embarrassed to share, but just come up with some things, and then we'll just ask a couple questions, and we'll get out of here for the week. Okay. Now, I'm not going to ask you guys to read what your problem in your marriage is, because I don't want you to air your business out, but I'm going to come up with one. It says, choose a problem to solve or at least improve. We're going to say the problem that this married couple is having is lack of communication. So maybe give me one or two just off the top of your head how you could improve communication. There's no wrong answers.
Make time for each other.
That's a good one.
Yeah, be more, receptive of your partner trying to communicate. Like, don't shut them down immediately.
Those are both good examples. So what I want you guys to do is take these forms home with you this week, look over them, go over with your partner, and then come back next week ready to work on the next module. And thanks for coming to class. Have a good weekend.